Hello people, welcome back to my Vintage Story playthrough. In this episode, I'm going to aim to do one thing and one thing only. I want to get my animals under a roof, all those pigs and everything like that, and that's pretty much it. I did do a little bit of stuff in between episodes, and I want to show you that right now, because I actually kind of like it. So first things first, actually, you remember this? Yeah? I put this out here. This is like from probably the first or second episode. I thought that maybe it would sit nicely out here, and I'm not sure if I like where it is. Honestly. Oops. Maybe it'd be best over here. I don't know. But I figured I'd bring it outside. Unfortunately, you can't light it. I wish you could. That'd be amazing. But, yeah, well. But the main thing I want to show you, and you might be able to see through the window right there, is I finished the inside bit over here. Yeah? I know it's a little much with the orange here, but actually, I don't know, when you sit back and you get the kitchen involved, you look at it all at once, it looks okay. I wish I kind of did the chairs a little differently when I look back at them, but I don't know, they're not too bad either. I think they're okay for a block game. Maybe I should have made them a little bit more narrow. That might have looked nicer, but I'll do that in another playthrough when I mess with chiseling a lot more. And then glass tabletop for this here corner table. I figured I'd put the table in the corner because I wanted the people, whoever would be like sitting right here, let's see, like, yeah, sit down like that, and you can just look out the window and be like, oh yeah, nice. But I don't know. And then I wanted greenery in here, so I put a bunch of plants and stuff everywhere. Got some wallpaper. I wanted something to just brighten up this space a little bit more, and I figured a wallpaper would be good, and I went with green because I wanted to put plants everywhere, and I think it turned out pretty okay. I know it's pretty like loud as far as a wall goes, but that was kind of like the points, like the like main piece to this area. And then obviously got a rug over here, which I think fits pretty okay considering the color patterns that I'm going for here. But yeah, that's what I did. I also added a little bit of a trim. I'm not sure if any of you noticed. I think it just made this little center bit a lot nicer. So yeah, that is what I did. Now, the thing I want to make sure I do this up. Oh yeah, I also put some boxes and stuff and clutter on the docks, just to make the docks look a little bit more, I guess, lived on, I don't know. But these guys, this is what I want to work on. And I have an idea in my head on how I want this to look. And it's not going to be the craziest looking thing in the planet either. It is going to be quite simple, to be honest. But I'm alright with that, and I want to use a specific thing. I think I mentioned it before, but I want the sod roof, which I don't think I ever made sod roof before in any of my playthroughs. So this is going to be very interesting. I guess let me first start by getting the materials I need to do this. Do I got planks in here? No, I don't see planks. Where did I put my planks? Do I even have planks anymore? I don't think I got planks, that's fine. Let me just grab from here real quick. Let's take all my maple. I don't think it matters which planks I use. I think the, like, underside block looks the same no matter what. Grab that. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot. Let me not make all of them into sod roofing yet. This will give me a perfect excuse to use my low fertility soil. Ooh, but I will need more dry grass, I think. Because that's all I got. Damn. Quick interjection. My cat decided that she's going to sit on my lap now, so sorry if you hear purring in the background. I'm going to try my best to make it not audible. Carrying on. I think I'm going to grab a little bit more grass before I start making some of these sod roofs. I probably don't need much sod, but I have no idea. Good enough for the time being. And now let's see here. How far do I want this to go? You know what I probably need? Well, I need low fertility soil anyways. Forgot to bring that. Let's see here. Yep, I have a whole bunch of this stuff. Let me grab a lot. And I gotta extend this little beach area. Probably should have brought some pathway blocks too, but that's alright. So I want this extended out much, much more. Probably like so. I can chop this off. There we go. I will probably have to shape off all of this. That's okay. And I still have this guy here, which I can convert to be a little stairway right there. like so. This will be one of the walls, so I'm going to just preemptively cut that now. There we go. But what kind of walls? I probably want to just use cobblestone. Why not, right? I will have to chop all of this off. But first, let me grab... What do I grab? Let me grab my fences, and let me grab... Kind of want to use sandstone again for cobblestone. There we go. I'm going to have to make more. That's almost guaranteed. Let me also grab some of the dry stone. Probably also going to need some of those hay blocks that I made as well. A little bit of decoration. Man, I had so much low fertility soil in here, I forgot about that. Nice. Oh, let me grab some chert cobblestone too, why not? Maybe I can use it for something. Oh yeah, and the pathway blocks would be pretty important as well. So, now that I got a fair amount of things, let me chop off all of this. There we go. You know what, I might as well just chop off this too. Done deal. Give me... my fences. Cool. This will all drop by 1 block. So I'm gonna have to cut all this off as well. Which is no biggie to me. But I'm thinking, let's see here, what's the length? So this will be a corner block. Let me just mark this with cobblestone actually, hold on. Corner. I probably don't want anything near the corner. Probably do something like that, right? And that'll be like a window or something for some light and or air. And then I probably want to actually have it extend again like this and a little bit more like this. Yeah, probably bring it across. I won't do a vent over here, and then I'll bring a vent in like that. Cool. Yeah, so there we go. These, not windows but vents, that's what I'm thinking. I don't need any in the front because there's going to be the doorway right here. Which, what kind of door should I even use? Should I just use gates? I could just do another double door, I think. Smack dab right there. That might not look so bad. I'll have to mess around with that a little bit. But, anywho, I'm definitely going to need to make more cobblestone. Let me bring this up another layer. Damn, I already ran out. Let me grab some stone and clay. There's another stack of cobblestone. Perfect. Now let me do the sod roof. Which, how'd it go? It was like this, was it like that, and then dirt? No. Damn it, how do you make it? I forget. Ew, I need medium fertility soil. I don't know how much of that I have. That's not good. Uh-oh. I might have to go source some. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to go source a couple. That sucks. Lucky for me, I have an area not too far away that has a bunch of medium fertility soil in it. And that's right over here. Look at all that. Beautiful. Probably just grab a stack for the time being, I think. Alright, maybe a little bit more. That should be good. I got a stack in 16. Chances are I'm probably going to end up blowing through pretty much all of it, but that's alright. So let's see here. I think it was something like this then. That, and like that. Boom! A whole stack. There we go. Let me bring it up like so. Yeah. I like it. Definitely going to need a lot more. But there's this really cool thing where you can make these half blocks. I don't know why you don't get two. You're cutting it in half, but whatever. Let me see something. Yeah, I think I got to use a bunch of half blocks on the side here as well. There we go. That doesn't look so bad. I'm gonna have to do some weird trim or something on the corners here so it doesn't look too bad. Probably something similar to what I did to here. But overall, it's not bad. I kind of like it. Can't complain. I'm starving to death. Oh man, hopefully my audio wasn't just completely shit there for a little while. I didn't realize I was leaning so far away from my microphone. Alright, let me add the sod all the way over here. And let's see if I can make myself a bunch more. Hopefully that's enough to finish this roof. Probably not. Actually, it's pretty much just enough. Not bad at all. So now I need 5 of the right side ones and 5 of the left side ones. Cool. It's kind of cool that the devs made these like left and right half blocks. Kind of negates the need for like chiseling or anything like that. That's really awesome. All right. You know, thinking about it, it does kind of suck really bad that it doesn't change the color of the planks part with whatever blocks you're using, or like with whatever wood type you're using, I mean, because that would have been really nice to have be like an oak or, I don't know, some other plank, you know, like the maple I was using. I would have preferred it to be oak, but I knew it wasn't going to be oak. I mean, the outside doesn't look too bad, but the inside block, that's the part that's going to be kind of tough to make look nice, I guess. But oh well, what can you do? Something I want to do now is actually break out all of this. There we go. The reason why I broke those blocks is I kind of want to try to source some more aged oak logs, or aged planks, sorry, and use that for the top half here. And then I'll use my usual oak support beams and stuff to try to pretty everything up. But considering what kind of wood this is, I kind of don't have a choice. And I know I have a couple from the last episode, but I'm almost certainly going to need to go get more. Where did I put those? Right there. Yeah, I only got 14 left. And I can go through the teleporter to get more because the other side of the teleporter also has oak logs, or oak planks. Not oak planks, fucking aged planks, Jesus. I can't think. Yeah, there we go. Looks kind of rough at the moment, but that's alright. Alright, let me go through that teleporter right now and grab the remaining oak planks that I need. Ooh, there's like no ice anymore. That's a shame. Alright, here's the cave. Let me get to this teleporter. It's gonna be kind of fun to go through this thing again. The sounds for these things, like the audio design, amazing. Listen to that, that's amazing. Let me just gather all this up real quick. And then I'll jump right back through that thing. There we go. And I don't need the slabs or anything like that either, so... Perfect. Honestly, it would be kind of nice if there was a button on those things. That way it wouldn't just automatically start winding up to teleport you. That's kind of weird. What the heck? Huh. I wonder why it does that. I mean, weird lighting glitches always happen in this game, but that's funky. That is really funky. Yeah, well, let's put these on now. Like so. Perfect. Now, what do I need? Well, first off, what do I want to do with this? I think super tall windows right here would be really cool. Which, I mean, basically I can just kind of keep it like that. But it would be nice to have... Actually, no, hold on. Why don't I just make it look a little bit more rustic or something, and I'll just use these kind of glass panes that I got in my main house. Considering the rest of the openings there are... Ooh, shit, I'm gonna need more. But considering the rest of those openings are, like vents, essentially. Like no real window or anything. There. How does that look? I kind of like it. These are actually two different wood types. One's maple and one's oak. I kind of got a mix of both of them. And I don't know if I'm going to leave it like this or if I'm going to make them 100% the same kind of wood. But at the same time, I don't know. It kind of looks alright to me. I'm not upset about it. I will go ahead and make some of those doors now, though. Which, how do I make the doors? I need nails and strips for the 3 talls. And I think the 3 talls would be the perfect option for this. And I got nails and strips. What if I just make them maple? Like, I'm already doing it. Sure. Hold on. Yeah. Let me actually replace the window then. With fully maple, of course. Falls on this side. Maple, maple, nice. And then we'll make the door. 3 tall maple doors. Like so. I want them to face the other way. Like this. Yes. Very nice. I'm all about that. Now, where are my dry stones? I'm gonna use the dry stones for like the middle pathway through the barn. Can I call this a barn? I don't know what I would call this. But I'm gonna have the pathway be dry stone going right through the middle of it. I really gotta declutter my inventory. Yeah, well. And I can probably remove this fence now, too. And I want to expand this more. Do I have more dry? Damn it. Whatever. Let me get some more of the low fertility soil. I want to expand that front section. Alright, this is all expanded. I like it. Now, I might need to make more oak fences. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. No! Alright, well, it looks like I need to make an oak gate. Dang it, my axe broke. Yeah, I need to make a fence gate, which kind of sucks, but yeah, well. Actually, don't I have another one somewhere? Hold on. Well, I do have a flint axe already, so that's cool. Let me check my boat if I have another axe. I do! Haha! Good job past me for thinking about that. I do need more food, though. My character is starving very fast. Now that that's over with, let me get back to doing this. So I'm gonna put the oak fence gate right here. And then if any one of them ever gets out, like this asshole did, then they're gonna stay inside this little pen until I can get them back inside. Which, if I was smart, I would have grabbed the rope and I'd be able to just drag them back inside. Oh, I almost forgot, actually. I don't know if any of you noticed, those of you with the keen eyes. The rope is gone. Just completely despawned after I reloaded the world. I don't know what I want to do with this now. But for the time being, I'm just leaving it. Maybe I'll just chisel something up to look like a rope? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That's kind of sad, actually. I was really enjoying the way that looked. Alright. Let me grab some more torches and those other torch holders of mine. Because I think I got 3 left. I do. And I got 3 torches. Let me figure out a place to put these. I would like one on either side of the door. I think that looks badass. You there, pig. You're going inside now. Like so. Hell yeah. I like that. What are you doing up there? Get down from there. Good. Good. Now, let me dig out all of this without hitting any of my animals on accident, especially any of the pigs, because I don't want to accidentally enrage every single one of them. Perfect. Let me dig the pathway right through here. Perfect. Alright, I finally separated the chicken. Goddamn, that took forever. I also rearranged a little bit of this. So I kind of wanted like a middle walk path, walkway, just straight to the back here, and then gave them a little bit of like straw on the floor for just bedding in general, and also around where they eat. Same with the chicken, and a little tuft of grass area for them to like peck and dig and whatever. It's not ideal, but it's also working with a very, very tiny space for these guys, so they will all deal with it. I don't care. Now it's a matter of getting the walls done. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not totally sure if I have enough cobblestone to complete the walls. I might have to go make more. Turns out I had literally just enough to finish the walls. Nice. I like the way things are feeling inside here. I just want the grass to grow in a little bit better and it'll be nice. You're stuck in there now, chicken. It's a shame that your boyfriend died a long time ago, and I don't know if I can really source you another one, so you're gonna live out your days with the pigs, as you've already been doing. Well, the bulk of this got taken care of now, and I like the way it's looking. It's like the animal church, almost. Now, it's time to kind of pretty up everything and make things just look a little bit better, I guess. There ain't gonna be much I can do about the ceiling. Actually, in regards to the inside, there's not much I really can do or care to do, because it's very unimportant how the inside of this looks. It's just to store these guys. And one of these days, they're gonna become very violent. One of these days, very soon. So I don't think that they deserve to have anything nice, because I don't like that they get violent at me. Something I would like to do is pretty up the outside, just a schmidge. And unfortunately, I don't think I have enough of these planks anymore to pretty it up the way I would like it to, because I wanted to fill in the corners a bit, you know, and that's not gonna happen. So that's a bit of a problem. And that would mean I need to source more. And that would mean that I need to figure out a place that has some. And I don't know of any off the top of my head. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good at all. Oh, what can I do about that? I didn't think about it. I really didn't think about it. Because I want to have that kind of pattern the whole way around. Ooh, that's not good. You know what? I guess in the meantime, let me spruce up the outside around here. Alright, I prettied up the pathway. And I brought this, ooh, give me that. I brought this door down a block, so I can have the pathway right above it. Does it look weird that there's a pathway block right on the edge right there? Yeah, sure. I don't care, though. Looks fine to me. So now, I have a pathway that feels nicer to run around. I also removed another layer against this wall here. This is significantly steeper. I'm gonna have to fix this. Which maybe I should do that right now. I'm gonna need more beams. And I'm gonna need more, cobblestone. So let me do the cobblestone first. Alright, there. That wall is now adjusted. All the pathway blocks are in. Now it's a matter of sourcing more blocks for the edge of this roof. And I don't know where to even start to find those. So this sucks. Alright. I needed to sleep so that the daytime can come, because I wanted to show you this. I decided, oh my goodness, that I would add some of these beams. And yes, there's a bit of a wider space over here and here compared to this, but that's just to make it even. But I wanted to do that kind of like bracing. I didn't know if I wanted to do it this high or bring it down more. Maybe I should have brought it down a little bit more. It's alright though. I think this looks okay. I wanted to do this kind of bracing because I thought about it and I'm like, that would look so cool with the sod roof. This like Viking style or Scandinavian style roof here. And I like the way it turned out. I just wish I could fix this. That's the only thing I wish right now. I like the way this really turned out. The beams, man, beams are so versatile. You can do so much with beams. I think that looks amazing. I love the way that looks. Now I just want to adjust this a little bit, and I'm going to keep saying that until it is. Alright, I don't know what I was talking about because I got kind of distracted again. I decided that I would put up some kind of support bracing along this edge. Not necessarily to break it up or anything like that, but just because I felt like it looked weird not being supported, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I just like the way this looks a little bit more than just the bare blocks up against the edge here. Along with this over here, which actually I wanted to like plant flowers here, but it keeps yelling at me that there's blocks in the way. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, some of these little bits with the beams, like where the beams start, they act as a block, so the flowers cannot get placed anywhere near them, unfortunately. Yeah, these are all not able to be placed, so I'm going to leave it like that. Just fills in that area a little bit. I can't do anything here because these support beams are pretty much all in the way, so it is what it is. I'm just going to leave it. But I like this. I like this area a lot more now. Yeah, I'm liking the way this looks. It's just this area. And I'm really hung up on this, I'm sure you can tell. I just don't know what to do. I can't think of anywhere else I've been to that allows me to get more of these kinds of planks, you know? Actually, I do know one place. I believe the Residence Archives has an area that I can still pick up some of these planks before it's considered protected. I think it's time we go pay a visit to the Residence Archives. But first I gotta get my materials ready. First things first, let's put away everything I got. Now let me stock up my boat with some of the stuff I already got, like my armor. Very important. The better sword that I'm going to be using while we're there. Whoops. All the arrows, along with these arrowheads that I got as well. Where's my feathers? There's my feathers. Like so. Beautiful. I did run around and get more horsetail, so I made a bunch of bandages. Is this going to be enough? Probably not, considering I'm prone to injury, but that's okay. Oh, you know what? I am also going to need... Let me just bring all my temporal gears with me. Cool. Because one is going to have to be used to change my spawn to be right by the archive itself. Food. Food's a big one. I guess I could probably just bring a bunch of crock pots with me. But hold on, let me think of something real quick. Alright, so I went to go gather food, and I just ran into a family of wolves. And naturally, I thought I was recording, but I guess I wasn't. But I'm recording now. I was getting fish, and then I got attacked to the bushes here by the 3 wolves. I think this was the 3rd one, considering this one just died real quick. Awesome. But what I'm looking for... Another one. What the heck? Where's that one? Hello? Hello? Well, nowhere that I can find it. So I was mainly looking for, like, mushrooms and stuff. That way I can make a few different meals. There we go. Because I figured I'd meal prep before I go. And I want to make a couple things like bread and pies. And I've been seeing these mushrooms sprouting up on trees since the weather got warmer. And I figured I'd pick up a couple to add to the meals. Not necessarily the pies, but just the meals in general. Man, these mushrooms are completely flourishing right now. It's awesome. At least the ones that grow on trees are flourishing at the moment. Oh, it's a bear. I'm gonna just avoid that area for now. Oh, sweet. More of the good stuff. No fucking way did I just see another bear. Right in the direction I was walking, I swear I just saw it. Dang it. Let me just turn around. Oh, hello. Glad I did. Alright, well I think I grabbed enough for the time being. Let me get back here to my house. Hello, house. Looking lovely. Now it's time I grind up some of this grain. I'll get back to you guys when I finish grinding this stuff up. Alright. That's all ground up. Let me get some water here in the jug. Perfect. So you put the water and the dough in the crafting thing, and then you get 1 dough per 1 liter of water. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just go out there and do this back and forth. I wonder if I could just stand in the water. Would that work? Nope. What if I throw it in the water? Nope. Oh, shit. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, no, I just lost a bunch of my dough. Okay. Yeah, don't do that, people. Don't do that. 3 liters of water. Alright, I got 26 rye dough. I'm probably gonna make more. I will make more. But I wanted to try this pie thing out real quick. Alright, I'm a little confused here. It's saying I need a table. So let me just make one really quick, I guess. I cannot place that here, so I'm gonna place it right here for now, right? Oh! How interesting. What can I put inside the pie? Show me just a bunch of fruits. I can put soybeans in here? Is that pickled soybeans or something else? Meat, all sorts of veggies. Alright, so... I can close this. Let's say I want to use... Hold on, can I use... No, I shouldn't use bush... Yeah, let's check. Can I use bush meat? This is the question. Probably not, right? No. Can I use fish? Now that's an interesting question. No. Okay. That's fine. But what it is telling me is I can use vegetables. It says I can use soybeans too. What if... Can I actually just straight up throw a soybean in there? Oh man, I can. That's awesome. Boom. Pie crust. Oh my god, that pie is insane! Do you saw? Look at the saturation at the top. What? And I'll pick you up. Oh, let me make more soybean pies, bro. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me make 3. As much stuff as I got. Yes. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. Alright. So baking in this game, it's actually a lot of fun. So you got your ovens, right? I'm gonna do 3. Get the firewood firing inside the oven, and it's gonna get up to temp. Make sure you got your baked good ready, whether it's bread or whatever. And you wait for these to heat up. It doesn't take very long for these things to heat up either. There we go. Now you add your items. Boom. Boom. And boom. And here you can see the pie is rising slowly, and you can see at the top the temperature is going up. And it'll slowly change color to a nice golden brown. See that? Parked baked now. That's parked baked. And now this one's part baked. And it's gonna keep going and going and going. And boom, there you go. A full-on pie. Full-on pie and a full-on pie. Look at that. And then it's still got temperature in it, so you can place your breads in there and get those going too. You can watch those rise. The temperature lasts for a little while. You can do a couple cooks in the meantime. I've definitely got to make more. I think I'm just going to go with the pies, really. I mean, I'm going to make a meal as well because I got that fish to use, but this is really cool. And the bread slowly rises. So it's because of this, right? When you go to a trader and they want 8 loaves of bread for like one gear, this is why. Or 12 loaves of bread or whatever. Like, this is why. Because you can just make a ton of them very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Look at that. 300 saturation. And this thing's just crazy, crazy huge. I don't remember when the baking temperature is too cold. I think it's below 200 degrees, but I'm not sure. There we go. Rye bread. I think I should probably use that fish, and I should probably cook up the bush meat as well. Might as well cook all this stuff up, right? So bush meat can go in there. Got fish and fish, along with the mushrooms. The bush meat's gonna take a lot of firewood. Should probably make more, huh? There we go. That's cooking. Let me get more firewood. Let's see here. Oak log. There. You know what? Let me do another 2 stacks here. There we go. Well, let's get some more rye grain. You know, as I use this, I really enjoy the way I integrated this into the kitchen. I guess what I could have done a little, like, further is chisel away just a little bit on the edges right there where it clips through, but, oh well. It's not bending me out of shape or anything like that. So I'm probably not going to need, like, a ton of food or anything like that, because we shouldn't be at the archives for too long, but I like to overpack when I go on adventures, so it's not a big deal. Alright. I made a whole stack of dough. Well, I guess 2 stacks. And I kind of just want to make like 3 more pies that I think would be good. So first things first, let me get my fillings. Yeah, let's make a carrot pie. Why not? So let's see here. Boom. Boom. Carrot pie. Oh, okay, you can't add mushrooms to pies. I thought you might be able to. I guess not. And now let's make a turnip pie. And now let's make a onion pie. Which, in a weird way, the onion pie sounds really good to me. Let's get this heated up again. And then the rest of these I'll just make into actual loaves of bread. Purely because, check this out. 1 pie is good for 30 days, while 1 loaf of bread is good for a year in my cellar. So, it wouldn't be very smart of me to make a bajillion pies that I wouldn't be able to eat very fast, and just have them go to, like, waste. So, there we go. In goes the turnip pie, carrot pie, and onion pie. And all my bush meat's done cooking. Throw that in there. You know what? Let me grab this, and I'm gonna place it right here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take a... Let's see here. You got nothing in you. I'm going to take you and put this in the boat. That way the food stores a little bit better. There we go. How's the pie doing? Pies are done. Perfect. Let's see how many loaves of bread I can do now on this one heat. Beautiful. Can I just eat the pie? No, you need to place it on the ground, really. What if I just, like, do one of these? Oh, you can't eat the pie. Okay, thank goodness. I was afraid you couldn't eat the pie. Oh, okay. Finish the bake. Go on, finish. I love rye bread. It's my favorite. The fact that this game lets you make rye bread is amazing. I'll get back to you guys after I finish baking all this bread. Alright. All the baked goods are done. I'm probably going to just take the pies the bush meat and the pot of cooked food with me. I feel like I should be a nice guy and feed these animals, considering I've only ever done that one time with these guys. Notice how I still don't follow my path anyways. That's okay. Where are these guys located at the moment? Not near the door. Perfect, perfect. I'm glad I put the windows there, actually, because it lets me just look inside. Alright, chicken. I'm gonna give you some food. There. You have 8 portions. You guys can have the rest. I'm gonna watch as they eat everything, so I can just refill it right away. There we go. The chicken's freaking out. I don't blame it. I've done nothing but torment it its entire life. What if I back up? Is it gonna eat? It looks like it's still freaking out. Now, is it freaking out because of me, or is it freaking out because of the pigs? It looks like it's still freaking out. I wonder if it just freaks out permanently because of the pigs. Interesting. Or am I still too close? Like, what if I'm way over here? No, it's not freaking out anymore. It's just eating the food now. Nope, there it is. It's nope. Freaked out for a second there. Or is it still freaking out? No, it's still kind of freaking out. I don't know if it's whether or not it can see me, or if it's just because the pigs are too close. No, well, they have food now. That's all I care about. So, let's pack my pies and the rest of this jazz onto the boat. Let's throw it in here. That's not in there. That's in my hand. You know what? Because these pies are so crazy powerful, I'm only going to take this one, well, this little stack with me. And these other ones I'm going to keep back here, because there's no way I'm eating all of those, right? Famous last words. And, actually, let me bring some of those extra torches with me, because if I see, like, empty torch holders that I can't pick up, I'll at least be able to put torches inside of them. I think just in case, I should probably bring me a bed. Very nice. Is there anything else I need to worry about? I don't think so. No. The gears I don't need to bring. That's fine. I don't need to bring any of the elk stuff because it's the trader that gives you the elk anyways. So yeah, that's that. Let me pack it up in the boat. It looks like we're heading out at night too, so that's not bad. Throw that in. Whoop, that's not throwing it in there. This in there and this in there. Cool. Let's head out on the adventure, I guess. Kind of want to look at my house real quick from afar. Oh yeah. I like the way that looks. You know, from a distance too, the animal church looks pretty good too. Yeah. I like the way that looks. I do. Well, let's carry on to the Resonance Archives. So I'll see you guys when I get there in the next episode. Bye!